and 3 jumpers, it looked like, Vicky, there.
You know, I actually thought this in the men's race. There was only 1 jumper in the men's race, whereas we saw probably about 40% of the field last year jump. Similarly, in the women's race last year, it was probably close to 50% of the women jumped in last year. Not so this year. And first thing to note is that white cap, that is Jess Learmonth, and she had a really good start. I noticed that she was really keen, B of the bang. She was diving into the water, and she's really pushing the pace here. And we can see right on her feet there, that is the purple cap of Victoria Lopez. And wild card here today, but another of our exceptional swimmers. And right behind her, I think, the sun's blinding me a little bit, but I think that is the red cap of Taylor Knibb as well. So all 3 of those athletes there leading that side. And on the other side, yellow cap, who would it be but Kate Woff, riding high, clearly on the confidence that she's got from that race in Singapore. Actually, I think that is Victoria Lopez who's at the front there. So I think it's actually, so she has got a yellow hat underneath her purple one, which is where it's become a bit confusing. So there we go, Victoria Lopez through first, Jess Learmonth in second, Kate Woff in third, Holly Lawrence coming through in fourth. That is Taylor Spivey in fifth. Losing track now, they'll go, and then of course right at the back of the group there we've got Taylor Knibb and Julie Duron. So sorry, I missed one of the girls come through there, but we'll get the graphic up in a second.
It's fast and it's furious.
Marta Sanchez, of course. I apologise, Marta. She's made that pack as well. And the next 2 athletes to come through were really, really close as well. So we are not missing much. Hannah DeVey there. Also just 9 seconds behind Taylor Knibb, so that's a really good start for her. And our wild card athlete, who's only been notified of this 4 days before the race starts. She only arrived 48 hours or just over 48 hours before the race. Katarina Kruger, great start from her too. So that's Holly Lawrence leading the way there with Victoria Lopez on her feet. A little bit of a gap back to Kate Woff, still got her hat on.
Quite a few trainers,
yeah,
we can see
Kate Woff and Julie Duron.
Yeah.
Interesting, so 2 of our potentially best runners. Victoria Lopez seems to have trainers on there as well. I think it might have been Victoria.
Taylor Spivey just behind, she's in trainers.
And there we go, Kate Woff, and that is Taylor Spivey taking off her trainers. So she's got to make sure those go in the box as well, even if you wear those just in that short section through transition. Taylor Knibb getting that wetsuit into the box, and it looks like Kate Woff is going to be our first athlete.
Rapid transition, goodness me.
Yeah, first athlete out onto the bike.
And Taylor Knibb
taking time
on
there.
Socks.
Yeah.
She looks like she's composing herself.
Just saw her take a quick look to see who's already ahead of her there and who was already on their bikes.
So Taylor Knibb making her way out of the transition area.
I think followed immediately there by Hannah DeVet, and that shows that she's had a brilliant transition because she was just off the back of them coming out the water, 19 seconds down, and she's made her way right up to Taylor Knibb. That is Paula Finlay there with her custom bike, beautiful paint job she's got on her bike there. She was the sort of first athlete that was a bit more distanced to come through. She was just 40 seconds down. And this is sort of where we expect Taylor to go to work, so to speak. We know what she does. We know what to expect from her. We fully expect her to start moving up as she goes through. She's currently in 7th position, going past Victoria Lopez there. But as she moves her way up the pack there, I don't think it's going to take too long. I think Taylor has grown into that pressure, into that role as the champion so well over the years as she's developed as an athlete. As we see now, it's almost like a double pass there. We've got Julie Duron going around. I think that might be Kate Woff. And then now Taylor Knibb going right to the front. So Taylor's become so good at coming to these races, knowing that people expect her to win, and still just executing her race plan perfectly. And she's really, really good at it now. 3rd place, she's just coming up on Holly Lawrence in 2nd after that fantastic swim.
Easy.
And just in front of her, we have Jess Learmonth. So currently, 1st place, Jess Learmonth. Now just into 2nd place, Taylor Knibb, and 3rd place there, Holly Lawrence. Yellow athlete in front, I actually believe, is Andre Kubo. So I think we've got a little bit of merging of the men's and women's fields here. So this is the very front of the women's race. Taylor Knibb has now gone round Jess Learmonth, and Jess didn't have any company at the front of the race the entire time in Singapore. She just sat on the front and just did her own thing. I think she'll be really pleased with this. I think she now knows she's going to have her work cut out for her, yes, to go with Taylor Knibb, but I think she might try and take that opportunity to see what she can do. There we go, Kate Woff coming through on her own. But as I said, this is exactly what she did in Singapore. She will just be riding her own power, her own pace, to her own comfort zone, and just seeing what she can do. She's still right up there in 4th place, and a decent gap building now behind her. Behind her, we've got Holly Lawrence and Marta Sanchez, a full minute and 10 seconds, or just under a minute and 10 seconds behind her. So yeah, still in a very strong position for our series leader right now. We know that she is in 2nd place. She's now only 38 seconds behind Taylor Knibb. This is going to come down to it. So we know that Taylor had well over a minute ahead of Julie Deron off the bike, and the way Julie Deron is running right now, she is chomping down on that lead that Taylor Knibb has. So could this be the day when Julie Deron takes the tape for the first time, just as we saw Rico Bogan do in the men's?
Yeah, let's not forget Taylor Knibb has a 100% T100 record. So Julie Deron in prime position here to contest that and to ensure Taylor Knibb loses that 100% record.
Right now we are with Taylor Knibb, who will have just gone round that U-turn, will have seen how close Julie Deron has got in just the first half a lap here. We've got 4 laps to do, so only 1/8 of the way through the course. And right now, that gap that Taylor Knibb had built up on the bike has been more than halved by Julie Deron in just the first half of this lap 1. And there we go. Is that her we can see just coming around the corner in the background? Her cadence looks good. She looks pretty smooth. Taylor doesn't seem to be showing any signs of distress, but you can see the speed that Julie's moving with. She's a really powerful athlete. You can see she's got really good glute strength and really good cadence, and she's put a spurt in there. She didn't just pass, she's gone hard to make that pass. That was tactical. That's saying to Taylor, if you want to come with me, you've got to up your pace right now. And it's a really hard thing to do, to make that gear change, that step change, and go with someone who's just overtaken you when you're midway through an 18-kilometer run. Really hard to do that, and that move has already given her 10, 20, 12 meters.
What does Kate Woff do here, do you think? Does she, I mean, 3rd place would be a phenomenal result for her. That would, I mean, the Race to Qatar standings, a win in a 3rd place, she'd be right up there, I'm sure. How much does she try and chase that 2nd place with Taylor Knibb? Is there a danger if she tries to chase the 2nd place too hard? She might end up giving a place back perhaps to people behind, although you look at the likes of Paula Findlay in 5th, it's still a long way back, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got a good gap, so she's obviously running faster than Jess Learmonth, because we've seen her just overtake Jess. She's got another couple of minutes, a bit more than 2 minutes actually, back to the next position, which is Paula Findlay, who's running in 5th place right now. So I think what she needs to be considering is the fact that she's actually pretty close to getting to the point where she might be able to catch Taylor Knibb if she keeps up with this pace, and Taylor's pace doesn't change extremely one way or the other. So that would be motivating to me. That would make me think, I am pretty close to being able to do this, to get this gap down and to get myself up to 2nd place. It's worth me trying that. Right now, you're in the race, you're a competitor. I don't think she wants to just settle for 3rd. I think she wants to see whether there's any possibility to move it up to 2nd. And of course, you don't know what Taylor's going to do. Taylor might start to struggle. Taylor might have a bad lap, and all of a sudden, Kate's within 30 seconds of her.
Julie Deron makes her way round that corner, and we're going to get an idea of just how far ahead of Taylor Knibb she is. You can just see her,
can't we? Just coming
there.
There we go. That's Taylor Knibb, obviously, of course, going through. She's halfway through the run now. She now knows that if she wants any chance of winning, she's got to keep that pace high, and she's got to hold strong, because she will also know, if she doesn't know already, that Kate Woff is going to be the one coming from behind her, charging her down. So yeah, she's still looking fantastic out front. She takes a high five from the local shark there. Julie Deron. We're now here with Paula Findlay, who's currently running in 5th place. We obviously missed her at the season opener in Singapore because she was unable to leave the United States as she goes through her green card application process as a Canadian who lives and bases herself in America. That was something that she's just had to do, and unfortunately it meant that she couldn't leave the States, but putting in a really solid performance here today in 5th place. And again, she's going to have eyes on Jess Learmonth. We know Jess isn't running as well as she can do and has done in other races, but Jess is sliding back through the field slightly, and that means that Paula Findlay will have eyes on her now. And there we go. Was that our first smile there from Julie Duron as she heads onto the blue carpet?
Exactly. The smile comes because Julie Duron knows what she's done here. She can go on, give some high fives to the fans. Over she goes. And Julie Duron is proving to everyone here on the T100 that she's got what it takes to win a race. She's had 3 second-place finishes in 2024, but she's going to go one better in 2025. Julie Duron, you are a T100 winner. Amazing stuff from the Swiss athlete who raises the tape in the air, and that's the smile we've been waiting for.
There it is, yeah, she's held it together so well, and you can see the emotion as she heads over there to her mum. Go on, Tiger, she said in the interview earlier, and Tiger went for it. What an all-round performance. A stunning first win for Julie Duron. Singapore well in the rear-view mirror for her now, and her season has truly begun.
Yeah, go on, Tiger. Whatever her mum said clearly has worked. And it's just sinking in, perhaps, that she is now a T100 winner.
Last year, and let's not take anything away from Taylor Knibb, she still put together a really, really solid performance here today. She's been strong across the board. She just wasn't able to get the same kind of gap on the bike that we saw her do often in 2024, and that was what made the difference today. Julie Duron was close enough coming off the bike that she could take the overall lead, but still another podium performance from Taylor Knibb.
Yeah, it just goes to show the high expectations that she sets, that everyone around her sets, that fans expect of Taylor Knibb. Because we do expect her to turn up to T100 races and win. We do expect that. So a second place is still an incredible performance. Taylor Knibb finishes here in San Francisco in second.
Congrats. That was awesome. I was running so scared. I was like, just don't blow up. Just don't blow up. You were fine. No! I was so worried.
Already got the win in Singapore. She arrived on the T100 firmly. And now she's going to get the chance to stay on the podium. It's going to be a third place for the Brits, and a really, really good performance.
Just confirms that was not a one-off. You know, this girl is here to stay and is good at this distance, and she's this good this early. Imagine what she can do after a full season.
So Kaywa finishes in third, rounds off the podium here in San Francisco. Not quite the smile of Singapore, but goodness me, still a superb performance.
You know, this is just what Paula does. She just gets out there and churns out good results time in and time again. And fourth place today for Paula Findlay, I think, is another really, really good day out.
Yeah, 2 better than she did last year here in San Francisco, which I'm sure will please her immensely. Final few metres for Paula Findlay. I'm sure we'll get the thoughts of Erik Lagerstrom as well at some point, her other half. But brilliant to see. Paula Findlay finishes in 4th place here in San Francisco.
And that is the best smile of the day, I think.
Contrast that to the last couple of...
A 5th place, full of emotion, I think. And I think that is the happiest athlete back on course today. What a return for Holly Lawrence, doing it for the mums. Top 5, stunningly good return to racing. Well done, Holly.
Yeah, 3rd in Miami, but she's had an awful lot going on in her life since then. It's 5th here in San Francisco for Holly Lawrence.
Oh, and look at this, beautiful moments now, Holly and Sean, and beautiful little Poppy down there in the finish line. What a great moment in the sport. What a great moment for Mum and for Poppy.
Beautiful pictures there of Holly getting
Yeah.
the best hug.
Just so lovely to be able to do it with her there.
And confirmation there that Julie Duron won. She is in first position. Taylor Knibb in second. No surprise to see her with the fastest bike leg of anyone in second place. Kate Woff rounding out the podium in third. Paula Finlay in fourth. Holly Lawrence returning to competition after giving birth to her daughter. She's in fifth. Lucy Byram in sixth. Jess Learmont, really good to see her make it to the end of a race and feeling good as well. Marta Sanchez in eighth. Taylor Spivey in ninth, and Daniela Kleiser rounds out the top 10.